Welcome back, everybody. You've entered the House of Cards. We are back with episode number 48. Today's episode is a quick one I wanted to put together because I got really excited when I got a message about a new set, finally, with some details around it that I've been looking forward to for quite some time. If you follow me, you might have an idea what it might be, but we'll save that for a second. From now, we will get into it in full detail, don't you worry. If this is your first time here or you've been here before and you haven't subscribed yet, be super duper awesome if you would subscribe to the channel. We've gotten quite a bit of subscribers over the last week or so, and we are quickly approaching 100 subscribers, which is a small milestone, but it's a pretty cool milestone considering we've only been doing this for a little bit of time. And if you like the video, if you find something interesting in here, hit the like button. Watch it till the end, then decide. It's totally fine. No big deal. Anyways, we are going to be talking today about the awesome new Panini Prizm set that's coming out for UFC. Yes, it's happening. Finally, UFC license was ended this year with Topps, who pretty much has been doing it since the 2009 UFC set. So they had a good run there, about 10, 11, 12 years or so. But the time has come now for Panini to dip their toes into the water. And honestly, I think this is probably what needs to happen for UFC to kind of break into the more mainstream collectors. Because I do feel like Panini having such a stranglehold on, the biggest, sports right now, football, basketball, some soccer, I just imagine that what's going to happen now is the familiarity with the Prizm brand, with the Select brand, with the Optic brand is now going to be imparted into UFC, which I think is going to make a lot of people take interest into UFC. So I hope that's the case because I really do enjoy the UFC sport, and I also do enjoy what was with Topps, but now something that could be really cool with Panini. So the first release is going to be Prizm, and we're going to take a deep dive into the set. But before we do that, I just want to give you a quick reminder of some of the Topps cards from the early UFC sets from 2009. So some of their cool inserts they did. These are their base cards, but of course, like the gold parallel there, which is a thick card. Then you got your silver parallel, which is a thick card, but also numbered. Another gold parallel. This is your regular base card, which is standard stock, not thick. Another base card of Royce Gracie, one of the legends. Randy Couture. And then, of course, the Joe Rogan card. So those were the beginning of the UFC kind of hobby. And since then, there's been plenty of Topps sets. There's been Topps Chrome. There's been Bloodlines. There's been Museum. There's been a bunch of kind of subsets. Sorry, not subsets, but sets that have come out through Topps over the years. Topps Chrome probably being the most popular. Definitely a lot of epic cards in those sets. You find your Conor McGregors. You'll find a lot of the, kind of big names, rookie cards in there. And then, of course, the 2009 included, the majority of the kind of OG rookies. So what I'm going to do real quick before we get into the Prizm is I want to just give you a quick list of I kind of would say my top sort of chase cards from original UFC sets from like 2009 and then kind of more modern stuff, and just kind of a list of who you should be looking for in respects to, the sport itself. If you're not familiar with UFC, I want this to be a little bit of a cheat guide for you to know, maybe who to look for and collect now that it's moving to Prizm. I'm assuming they're going to do some kind of like throwback, stuff from, champions of days past and all that good stuff, not just the current people. But I do think there's a good education base to have first before you start dipping into the new Prizm UFC, because it'll help you collect and you'll know sort of what cards to set aside and potentially get graded. So we'll go ahead and put that on the screen or let you look at it here for a second. And we will be looking here in a short minute of the actual cardboard connection kind of announcement page, set checklist, and so on for the new UFC cards. And man, they are pretty good looking cards. So they took the same kind of look that basketball and football have, and obviously just did the UFC. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here. All right. Here we are. So the release date, which is coming up, is April 28th right now. So mark your calendars if you want to grab a box. I have no clue what the pricing is going to be. I would hope it's going to be somewhere in line with, you know, maybe like the NASCAR or some of the other kind of, you know, I guess you say major sports. I say not it's not gonna be as expensive as basketball and football. Let's all pray, right? I'm hoping, my guess would this would come out somewhere in the like $600-$700 range for the hobby boxes, but don't quote me. You never know. Panini's been a little extra greedy of late, so stay tuned on that. But let's talk real quick about the box. The box is going to be a debut edition hobby box, averaging 2 autos per box, which I think is great. What I also love about this is that there isn't like 4,000 parallels like there are in basketball and football. So pretty easy to understand the parallels here. We'll take a look. So the rainbow is only a few choices. You got your silvers, which are pretty standard, your mojos out of 25, your golds out of 10, your octagon out of 8, and your blacks are 1 of 1s. So easy peasy. You can make a rainbow with only 5 cards, but, you know, of course, the blacks and those ones are going to be hard to come by. However, you do get 22 prisms per hobby box, so that's a pretty good number of parallels. So the inserts are pretty cool looking. You got your one per pack. Instant Impact is one here, so pretty cool looking. Looks like it has some sort of a cool holographic vibe going on in the background there. And then of course, a Panini product wouldn't be right without good old Color Blast. So I think these are going to be super sought after. Obviously, they're sought after in all sports, but I think they look really, really cool. I like they did the white instead of the black one that they did for the other set recently. So I like the white Color Blast. I think it looks really epic with the shots of the fighters kind of, you know, cut out and put on over top. So I think those are going to be a hit. Your autographs, you know, you got your basic kind of first time signers, which is kind of cool. So you'll have people that are, you know, haven't ever signed a card before. So that's pretty cool. Sensational signatures here, which will be only exclusive to hobby. And then you got your champion signatures, which are going to be obviously your big names there. All the autographs do have 3 parallels, mojo, gold, and black. And then your standard packs are going to have 12 cards per pack and 12 packs per box. So that's a decent amount of cards in a box, over 140 ballpark. So again, 2 autographs, 22 prisms, and then 12 inserts per hobby box. So I think that's a pretty solid. I think it's a pretty solid box. So let's look at some of the cards a little bit closer. So they did say the base cards are going to come both horizontal and vertical formats, which makes sense. And then of course there's your gold. That looks beautiful. Your insert, which we looked at briefly, your Color Blasts, and some autos. So there you have it. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of the new UFC cards. I'm excited. I think you should be too. I think this is going to be a great next step for UFC. They already signed the contract with ESPN. There's fights on every Saturday, so you can watch the fight tonight that's coming on, or, you know, any fight moving forward on every Saturday. They have tons of like specials and behind the scenes and stuff on ESPN as well. So I think the sport's growing. I think we're seeing that in the early sets right now. I mean, some of the big names like Israel Adesanya's cards are, you know, 4 figures right now. I mean, you name it. You can find some really, really good cards and also really good values right now still. And I think a lot of collectors are looking for that as they get priced out of the basketball and they get priced out of the football stuff. What's next? So if you like UFC, you like MMA in general, definitely check out the new Prizm UFC, and then get ready for Select and Optic also coming later this year from Panini. All right, guys. Well, that is what I got for you on this episode. Short and sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. And if you like this video, you learned a quick knowledge about the UFC, please hit the like button. That would be much, much appreciated. So until next time, peace.